Did not get a lot of sleep last night. Feeling gorgeous. Hi Muffins, it's Cherie. I'm having some cold brew that I've whipped up lately. I've been into, it's decaf. I've been into cold brew, although with these bags, could use some caffeine. But yeah, I've been making cold brew. It's delicious. Trying to figure out how to make it delicious, but Weight Watchers approved by the time this baby is ready to let me diet again. A long time no chat. I've been posting on some videos lately, but they've been not the personal ones where I like to talk to you guys. But this will just be a little coffee chat update about what's been going on the last couple weeks. And on the day that you guys see this video, I will be 9 months pregnant. I'm posting it next Tuesday, so today is actually Thursday, but I'll be 9 months pregnant when I post this video. I cannot believe that it's been 9 months already and we're getting so close. Things are starting to feel very real, and I'm huge. I feel like a rhinoceros. I mean, but a cute one, you know, that like has a baby in it. I think that the reason I'm not sleeping is because whatever I watch right before I go to bed, I have very intense like pregnancy dreams about, and they're usually always bad. And so then I'm like tossing and turning with these weird like show related nightmares. Like I had a 13 Reasons Why nightmare, and then last night I had a Handmaid's Tale one, and then I had this weird one that was like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but it was like dark. I don't know. It's like nothing I watch just turns it into like scariness. So yeah, so I haven't been sleeping very well. Lots of tossing and turning. A little bit of insomnia. Why do they do that to pregnant women? It's not nice. Like, this is my last month of singletum before I have a little person relying on me for 18 years. Like, can I get some rest? Where did we leave off? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long. Okay, so last time we talked, we were about to go on our trip, our last trip of this pregnancy to West Virginia. Sorry, my eyes are watering. To West Virginia for a family reunion. I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but we had originally planned to drive, which was like a 10 or 13 hour drive. We were going to stop halfway, like it was going to be a big deal. We decided, because my feet have been so swelly, that we should just go ahead and fly because we have companion passes. So both of us were able to fly to Pittsburgh for $20, which was amazing. And then we just rented a car and drove the rest of the way. So much better on a pregnant body. My husband was a rock star. He like took the middle seat so that I would be able to get out if I had to pee. He was just amazing. He even carried my glitter sequin Victoria's Secret backpack when it got too heavy for me. Insert picture. He was like, if you weren't pregnant, I wouldn't be carrying this bag. But he stood in the line. The line was really long to get through security, so I sat at a bench until he got pretty close and then walked up there to join him, but he carried my backpack. So sweet. We had so much fun. The lodge that we stayed at was super cute. It had yummy, amazing food and lots of stuff to do. We got to swim, which was good because nothing feels better right now than a pool because I'm hot and I weigh a lot. And so floating in water, feeling weightless and cooled down is amazing. I got to meet all of his extended family that I've never met before. Everyone was super sweet. We've already planned another one for next year, so I'm really excited to go and have my baby with me. And then we went, on the way back, I can't remember why, but we had to get a hotel in Pittsburgh for our flight the next day. Like they didn't book enough rooms at the lodge for long enough or something. There was a miscommunication. But we got a super cute hotel. I'll try and put the name down here. I can't remember the exact name, but it was really nice. Like way fancier than we could probably stay at if my husband wasn't really good at finding internet deals. But the decor was super cute, and we got to order room service, and there was a 5-star restaurant in the hotel. So we went downstairs and had the most amazing dinner. Just delicious food. So good. We had a really good trip. And then we came home and we've been working like crazy on the house. The basement is finished. If I can get downstairs, I will do a little pan of what's going on down there. It's done. It's just full of stuff from eBay and then like extra stuff from up here. But my husband doesn't like me to go downstairs when I'm not when he's not home because there's no banister on the staircase and he's worried I'm gonna fall down the stairs. He's so sweet. So I'll try and get some video and put that in before I post this. And the nursery is almost done. Like, whoa. It's actually, like, I'd say 96% done. My mom's coming next weekend to do the stencil, and we've got to hang a couple of pictures, and then we're done. Like, it's done. We finished it all. My husband painted it. I filmed the whole thing, so I'm going to do a little video of, like, before, during, after, and then a little tour. So look forward to that in the next couple weeks. And that'll probably be my last video because the baby will be here any moment. And then the next one you see, you'll get to meet my little guy. So I'm really excited. I'm a little nervous because we went to my last, not OB, but the specialty doctor. What are those? What is that? My high risk doctor. And they did an ultrasound, and the baby is transverse, which means he's sideways and laying on his back like he's in a nice little hammock. And they said that's not very common for this late in pregnancy, and that if he doesn't turn around, they're gonna have to schedule a C-section, which scared me. You know, I mean, like, I know that everyone, like, you get C-sections every day, like, it happens. If it happens, it happens, but I would prefer not to get one. I mean, there's gonna be pain either way, but I'd rather not have myself cut in half. That'd be great. Although I'd also not like to have myself ripped in half. I don't know. I think there's just no pain-free way to have a baby, to be honest. But I'd like to avoid major surgery, mostly because it's very near my guts, and I'm worried with my Crohn's that, like, they're gonna do something wrong and I'm gonna be, like, scarred for life. So anyway, so we're doing little dances. I'm bouncing on balls. I'm standing on my head, trying to get this baby to turn. So far, he is not cooperating. And I know because his feet are in my ribs, but on the side. So we have another appointment next week, and I'm hoping he's at least inching down there. So, so send some good vibes for turning this kid, because he's already stubborn, just like his dad. Also, funny story, on this ultrasound, they measure all their little body parts to make sure they're, like, growing adequately. And my husband is, I think he's like 6'1" or 6'2". He's a tall dude, but he has really short legs and a super long torso. Like, he and I have the same inseam on pants. I think his is like 29, but his torso is like my whole body. And so they're measuring the baby, and his little torso was measuring at 36 weeks when I was like 32 weeks, I think. And then his legs were measuring at 32. So I was like, he's totally your kid. He's got, like, all torso, no legs. I was like, this kid. Also at the family reunion, I got to see a little baby picture of my husband. I'll try and insert it here. And then I held it up next to the ultrasound of our baby, and it looks just like him, other than I think the baby has my eye sockets because I've got huge eyeballs when they're not half asleep. But it was weird to see how much this baby, even in utero, looks like my husband. And I'm like, do I get anything? Like, does he look anything like me? Like, do I... We also found out that the name that we chose is a family name in my husband's family as well. I think I told you in my last video that I was looking through some family documents and I found an Asa. If you guys didn't know, a lot of you missed that in my last video, that the name reveal was on a sign. I didn't actually say his name, but his name is Asa Wilder. That's the name that we chose. And we liked it because it's old school and kind of, I don't know, I think it just sounds strong and different and kind of vintagey. So Asa is his name, and people were like, oh, is it a family name? And I was like, no, you know, my husband heard it somewhere. And then when I was going through some family documents before my husband's thing, I found that I have an Asa in my family from like the 1700s, I think. Yeah. And I was like, oh, look, we do have an Asa. Yay, it's a family name. And then we went to the my husband's family reunion. We were going through his documents, and there's an Asa in his family as well. I think he was Asa McCoy, because my husband's related to the McCoys of West Virginia with the feuds. So that was pretty cool. So we do have some Asas in our family. We just didn't know it. And I picked Wilder just because I wanted something sort of wild and and just sort of like nature-y and I don't know, earthy. And I heard it somewhere, I think it was someone's last name, but they were calling them by their last name. And I was like, I love that as a name. And we actually wanted it as a first name for a girl, Wilder. But But then I was like, well, nope, I love it. It's got to be in the boy name too. So yeah, we're excited to have little Asa Wilder in the world. Yeah, so every time I say it, I just get all excited. I'm so excited. I've been washing all of his little baby clothes and organizing them and putting them into little cabinets and trying to figure out where I want stuff. And it's just been so much fun to like touch and fold his little tiny things, like little tiny outfits. At his last appointment, he was 6 pounds. So I'm hoping he doesn't get much bigger than that because a lot of his outfits are small and I want him to be able to wear them. Also, I just want to thank everyone who was super kind enough to send us some goodies off of our registry. My husband has all of the not clothes packed up in a box right now because he was doing some painting, so I can't show them. You guys were super kind and super generous, and one of the gifts was a wubba nub, but it was a dragon, and my husband was so excited about it because that's the one wubba nub that he wanted. He wanted a dragon wubba nub for the baby. And so when I opened it, he was like, the wubba nub, and he was so excited. Thank you guys so much for sending something. We've also gotten a couple of like personalized little gifts. You guys are just so sweet. We're so excited, and I'm so excited that you guys are happy for us and are ready to meet this little man and then be on this journey again with me to lose this weight because we've gotten off track. I keep trying to tell myself that a lot of it is baby, but I know the honest truth is a lot of it is ice cream. I ate broccoli yesterday. I'm like a health guru. So let's see what else is new. Other than that, not a whole lot. The husband and I are going this weekend to a flea market where he knows some guy that makes custom signs, like wooden signs, and we're gonna get a little bit more decor for the baby's room. And then once he hangs everything and my mom does a stencil, we are done, and it's looking really good in there. I'm happy with how it turned out. I was not confident in my decorating abilities or color scheme pickings, but it turned out really well. I think so. Way better than I was picturing it in my head. So we're excited. We're also doing like a light Montessori style deal. So like not a lot of toys, everything kind of low to the ground so he can reach it and play with it. Yeah, so I'm excited to see him play with all his little toys and crawl around. I just want to snuggle him. Like I'm at the point now in this pregnancy where like I'm just over it. I'm tired. I had fun. Pregnancy was great. It was super fun. I'm ready to be done and just be a mom now. But I keep trying to tell myself that like all in good time, you know, me and my husband need to enjoy our last month as a couple because we'll never have it again. And, you know, he and I are trying to hang out and not just do baby stuff. Like it's hard when you're planning for this little person. My husband yesterday was like, you know, we're like getting a roommate for 18 years. Like we're getting a roommate that we have to pay for 18 years. And I was like, yeah, I hope he likes us. He better do the dishes. So yeah, so we've just been trying to enjoy couple time. And then I've been trying to really hone it in during the day and be as slothly as I can because I'm not gonna be able to do that for much longer. And so I'm trying to nap when I want, reading all the books that I was trying to finish this summer, watching movies, like whew, zen, sloth mode, which has been super easy since my husband was kind enough to let me hire some housekeepers for just the last month and a half of my pregnancy and then probably like the first month of the baby being here, just because I'm ginormous and like bending down or like getting on my knees to clean, it's just no. And then that way when the baby comes, that's another thing we don't have to worry about for, you know, like a little while, is we can just do the cleaning that has to be done every day and not worry about deep cleaning anything, because I get real anxious when stuff's like piling up. As far as house stuff, we've got a couple little house things to do before baby comes, but nothing major. I think he'll be able to do it in a month. My husband was so amazing with the nursery. I really thought this was gonna like not get done before the baby came because we had so much to do. He knocked it out in a weekend, the switching of 3 rooms. He did that in a weekend. Then he came home from work every day and painted. And so then by that next weekend, all we had to do was assemble furniture. We went to IKEA, everything done. We had 90% of it done like in 2 weeks. I was so impressed with him. He has just been so hardworking to get everything in the house ready for me, ready for baby, making me feel good. Like we're at a place where, you know, even if he comes before we think he is, we're good to go pretty much. He bought me this really cute bassinet so that I can do night feedings and not, you know, have to get up. Like, best husband ever. Best husband in the world. I already know he's gonna be an amazing dad. I'm just I just love him so much every day. And I'm super proud because my brother has been wanting to do a family beach trip since he got out of the military, which was 6 years ago. He's been wanting to do a family beach trip, and every year something happens and we just can't make it happen. And so he's like, all right, look, you're about to have a kid, so if we're gonna do this, we need to plan it a year in advance because otherwise it won't happen. And so we all as a family sat down, picked a beach, picked a house, deposited it. It's booked for next year. We are going to the beach in July of next year, and we're so excited. There's gonna be 8 of us and a baby. We got this huge, beautiful house that's just amazing. So now that's kind of, I'm kind of excited that we did that, not only because I want to go, but because that gives me something to really focus on for weight loss, because I want to be as close to, if not at goal weight by the time we go to the beach, because that'll be, you know, a little less than a year after baby is born. I think he'll be around 8 or 9 months. So I'm hoping to be as close to goal as possible by then. So I think that's gonna be a good motivator, is like, I've got this set amount of time. I'm only breastfeeding this amount of time. So I gotta like really utilize those calorie burns. I gotta like get my exercise in. Like, I'm hoping that'll really kickstart my weight loss journey after this baby. All right, guys, well, I've talked for 20 minutes and I don't even remember what I talked about because I'm half asleep. But I'm gonna hop off of here and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be the nursery tour. And then I won't see you guys until I introduce you to little man. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who's stuck around with this channel over these 9 months of transition for me and not food related videos, and just been so awesome and supportive. And I cannot wait. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!